Hey guys, Eckhart Slaughter here with another episode of Star Wars Top 5, the series where I count down the top 5 of something within the Star Wars universe. And today, we're looking at a fun one, the 5 most dangerous creatures within the unknown regions. Now, before we begin, I do have a couple of announcements. The first is that after many requests, I've officially restarted the Discord. Now, for those who don't know, a Discord is a place where you can basically chat with like-minded people. So I've created one where we can talk about Star Wars, the YouTube channel, memes, and anything else. I'm going to put a link down in the comments. Click that and make sure to join. It's super simple and it's a whole lot of fun. Second, I want you guys to choose the topic for next video, and I've got 2 in mind, but I want you to vote for which one you'd like to see more. So one option is the 5 weirdest and strangest things in Star Wars Legends. So I've kind of already made some versions of the list, like I've done the 5 weirdest things in the unknown regions, but I haven't done one for a very long time, and this is going to be everything Star Wars related, not just, in one category. The second option is to briefly talk about all the races which have invaded the galaxy, because there is more than just the Yuuzhan Vong, and it would be a pretty interesting video. Then the third option would kind of be an update of one of my previous videos. So a long time ago, I made a video talking about all of the other galaxies in the Star Wars universe. Well, I found out about some other ones, so I could update that and then kind of also repackage the information for anyone who hasn't seen it. So right now, there's an annotation in the top right corner of the screen. Make sure that you vote on that and let me know which video you want to see next. And of course, make sure that you subscribe and that you click the notification bell so when I do upload the video, you can see it. Alright, so as I mentioned, today we're looking at the 5 most dangerous species present and living in the unknown regions. And when I say species, these can be beast, sentient species, or anything in between. Number 5 is the Shi Ido, a race with unparalleled shape-shifting abilities. Very few creatures in the Star Wars universe can actually shapeshift, but the Shi Ido are the best at doing so. Unlike Clawdites like Zam Wesell, Shi Ido can transform into any shape, not just humanoid creatures. They can get extremely small and extremely large. And not only that, but they can also take the shape of inanimate objects like rocks and trees. Complementing these skills was a psychic ability, which allowed them to cover up any mistakes in their transformation when someone was looking at them. Also impressive is that they could stay in their form despite being injured, unlike other shape-shifting species. And as I said, they could drastically change their mass and, even their smell. That being said, the Shi Ido aren't a particularly aggressive species, and their skills are more often used for espionage than murder. But some Shi Ido did work as assassins, and they would be extremely dangerous. For that reason, the shape-shifting Shi Ido are the 5th most dangerous species in the unknown region. Number 4 is the Killiks, and I think at this point it's important to mention that I'm basing these lists on creatures who would have existed in the unknown region at the time of the Galactic Civil War. And I say that because the Killiks often fought against the Rakata, who, during ancient galactic history, were very powerful and at times lived in the unknown regions. But what are the Killiks, you might be asking? Well, they're bugs. And just like all bugs, they're able to reproduce extremely quickly and operate as a giant hive. But it's really more than that. They have telekinetic powers which allow them to communicate instantly with every member of their species. They could also take over the minds of non-Killiks, joining them into their hive. These people were called joiners. Killik breeded often and matured very quickly, and they could produce millions of battle-ready warriors within a year. And although they weren't always aggressive, during the Swarm War they fought against the Chiss and the Galactic Alliance. Later, after the war, the Killik would again become peaceful and isolationist, but still, it's not a species you want to piss off. Number 3 is the Ssi-Ruu, who essentially are a race of intelligent dinosaurs. And really, they're not at all dissimilar from the Covenant from the Halo franchise. They're extremely xenophobic, aggressive, they use a caste system, and they're very religious. 4 years after the Battle of Yavin, the Ssi-Ruu invaded from the unknown regions, striking at the galaxy with a large fleet. And although they would be defeated and have their homeworld razed by the Chiss, the Ssi-Ruu were such a threat that the Empire and the Alliance briefly joined forces to fight them off. Being that they were, as I said, small dinosaurs, the Ssi-Ruu were very physically powerful. However, they were also very technologically advanced. Their most notable invention was entekment, the process where a living being's soul would be sucked out of their body and used as an energy source. To learn more about this extremely frightening process and how it was used by the Empire, watch my 5 scariest secret Imperial projects video where I go over it in some detail. Number 2 is none other than the Chiss, a race of deadly, near humans, of which their most famous one is Admiral Thrawn. It was not the Chiss's biology that really made them deadly, and they were only slightly larger and more powerful than the average human. They're deadly because they organize themselves into the Chiss ascendancy, a government that ruled much of the unknown region and survived for thousands of years. Like most species within the unknown region, the Chiss were totally xenophobic and kept to themselves. Nonetheless, they were very intelligent, very well organized, and very well armed, and I mean, they had to be to survive the numerous threats levied against them in the unknown region. The Chiss fought against the Killiks during the Swarm War, the Yuzhang-Vong during the Yuzhang-Vong War, and they were always on top of the hundreds, if not thousands of other threats present in the unknown region, in which most of the galaxy didn't even know about. To me, it's impressive that the Chiss managed to maintain a border containing 28 inhabited planets and thousands of star systems for over 5,000 years while fending off all of the dangers of the unknown region. And although the Chiss probably aren't going to hunt you down like some of the other species on this list would, if you mess with their space, you're in big trouble. Number 1 is one of the most destructive creatures in the entire galaxy, perhaps the most destructive. It's the Mnggal-Mnggal. The Mnggal-Mnggal are interdimensional, psychic, parasitic beings who have been around for much of galactic history. Although they appear to be a simple gray ooze, the Mnggal-Mnggal is a totally destructive force which takes pleasure in causing pain and sorrow. The Mnggal-Mnggal take over bodies of living things, filling it with this gray ooze and then infecting others, just with the purpose of increasing their size and increasing pain and horror. They're Lovecraftian in design. They supposedly have been around forever and know many secrets of the universe. The Mnggal-Mnggal are extraordinarily powerful, so much so that the hyperspace disturbance at the edge of the galaxy was apparently created by the Celestials to keep the Mnggal-Mnggal away from everything else. All in all, this extraordinarily destructive, disgusting creature hailing from another dimension is the most dangerous living thing in the unknown region. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. As always, let me know down in the comments whether you liked this list, whether I missed anything, and which one of these entries was your favorite. If you haven't done so yet, also make sure to go back and vote on which video you'd like to see next, and I'll make sure that I do it this weekend. Also, make sure to join the Discord so you can join the Star Wars chat. Anyways, thank you so much again for watching, guys. As always, may the Force be with you.